everybody, and welcome to this super new moon manifestation event. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Tammy. I am your natural healer. And first and foremost, I would like to say thank you so much for purchasing this event. I think you'll get a lot out of it. It is my own manifestation routine that I do every new moon. Um, every new moon is different because there's different energies involved. But I always lay out what I'm going to do ahead of time. So when the new moon hits, I know what I'm doing. And this is what I was planning. And I was like, you know what? I really want to, the spirit was guiding me to share this with everybody. And I had a lot of hiccups. I wanted to do it on this one webinar platform, but I've been having technical difficulties with them. And I'm waiting to hear back from their tech support. So I had to do it this way. So I apologize. It's kind of not exactly how I want it. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for sharing your time with me. And if you've watched my other videos or taken any of my courses, I always talk about time. And time is a gift that we give. And when we give someone our time, it is something so precious and special. We can't get it back. There's no refunds, no redo, no do-overs. So the fact that you're taking time out of your life to spend with me, thank you. Thank you for that gift. And also thank you for allowing me to share with you and to help you on your own spiritual journey. It really means a lot. Okay? So, one other thing about manifestation before we start getting into this is manifestation is more than just wishing. You're not just making a wish and going, oh, I want a new job. And bing, bam, boom, tomorrow you wake up and you have a new job. That's not how it works. You have to do the work. So, in that example, you need to make sure you're going out. Yeah, you might manifest that, but you need to put your resume out there and get a nice business suit and set up the interviews. But the universe is going to give you the opportunities to get that new job, and the universe is going to provide you with that new job, the right job, when the time is right. So, anyway, with manifesting, just remember you have to do the work. Okay? And don't get frustrated. When I first started manifesting, the first thing I manifested was for this business to start to take off. And the lunation cycle went through, nothing happened, and I was a little frustrated. And my mentor, my spiritual advisor, he told me, he's like, Tammy, he's like, some dreams, some manifestations require more energy than others. And he's like, don't give up. He goes, next moon cycle, manifest again. He goes, don't give up. You got to keep putting the energy into it. And you got to do your part. And when the universe is ready, as long as you don't give up, the universe will manifest it for you. And here we are today. So, it's been working. So, um, very happy about that. So anyway, just don't get frustrated. Don't give up. And we're going to talk more about that through the event. So the first thing I do want to talk about is let's talk about some of the quick astrology, and then we'll go into our first exercise. All right. So new moon in Pisces. First of all, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So tonight is like New Year's Eve for astrology. And so it's a great time to dream. Okay. So it's fantastic that it's not only a super moon, it's the New Year's Eve of the astrological world. And we're in Pisces where we dream. So the new moon is also making what is called an out of sign conjunction with Saturn. And you're like, okay, Tammy, I don't know astrology. What on earth are you talking about? Okay, well, first let's talk about Saturn energy. Saturn is the planet of hard work and responsibilities and challenges and commitments. And it can really, really, that energy help us cement in our intentions. And our intentions are very important when we manifest. So this is a great time too, that everything is just lining up this lunation period. Now, I said that it's an out of sign conjunction. So, what is a conjunction? A lot of people, when I do their birth chart analysis, they're like, what is conjunction? Conjunction is basically when two planets are kind of like in the same place at the same time. Now, in astrology, where there's 12 zodiac signs, and the zodiac signs are represented by a wheel. And when you divide the wheel into 12 pieces, like pieces of pie, each piece is 30 degrees. So when they're really close to each other like that, where they're almost exactly in the same place at the same time, it is called an out of sign conjunction. Okay. And that is because Saturn is in the last degree of Aquarius. So it's in 30 degrees of Aquarius. Okay. And the new moon is taking place just a few degrees over in Pisces. So that's why it's called the out of conjunction. Okay. So very, very cool for manifesting and for energy. So this is like super duper duper special. Okay. Sorry, I get excited. All right. Now, Pisces is the sign of manifestation, or I'm sorry, meditation. Sorry, I'm getting all my M&Ms mixed up. Oh, and real quick, I'm wearing a piece of selenite tonight. Selenite, for those of you who like crystals, and if anybody that watches my YouTube channel knows that I'm a crystal freak, selenite is a moon crystal. So I always usually wear selenite when I do new moon and full moon work. All right, so what was I talking about? Oh, the M&Ms, meditation. um, so Pisces is the planet or the symbol for manifestation, the energy for manifestation. So that's another reason why this new moon is like super, 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 super special. Or did I say manifestation? Meditation. Okay, so we're going to do a meditation at the end. Um, One of the things, since it is the end of the year, we are in Pisces, and this is a good time for new beginnings. Then why don't you, starting tomorrow, start meditating if you're not already do so. 10 to 15 minutes a day. That's it. And I know you're going to say, oh, Tammy, I'm so busy. I got this going on and that going on, and the kids and the grandkids and the pets and the spouse, and we're all busy. You have 10 minutes, be honest. We all do. We waste time on mindless things like watching Netflix series or goofing around on our phone playing video games or YouTube or reading everybody's statuses on Facebook, whatever. So you have 10 minutes. Carve out that time for yourself. And I'm telling you, it is going to make a huge difference in your life. The first time you do it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. And then once you start to make it a habit, that first time that you don't do it, you're going to find yourself getting a little anxious, maybe a little grouchy, short tempered. So, why not start something new besides, what we're manifesting? Why don't you start that? And let me tell you, meditation's where it's at. And you can either sit for 10, 15 minutes and just quiet and empty your mind. You can listen to meditation music. You're more than welcome to go on my YouTube channel. I have free meditation videos, guided meditations, if that's your thing. There's lots of things out there. All right, so one of the things that is very important in life is gratitude. And we take so many things every day for granted. I do. I still do. I'm not perfect. I am human. And before we do anything tonight, we're going to do a gratitude exercise. Now, one of the things that I do personally, and maybe it's something you're interested in incorporating, before I even get out of bed, sorry, I thought my camera stopped. I was like, no. no. Okay, so before you even get out of bed in the morning, say three things that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for A, I'm grateful for B, I'm grateful for C. And obviously, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. But I'm talking about the little things. Like, for example, this computer mouse. And you're like, are you serious? I am really grateful for this thing because I suck on my laptop on the little mouse pad. I'm terrible on that. So I am really grateful for this. I am grateful for this pen. And you may say, oh my God, you're being ridiculous. But when you really take the time to think about what this pen does, it helps me communicate, it helps me express myself, my ideas, it helps me do my job. This little thing does a lot, and so I'm grateful for it. So you get kind of my drift there. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a quick gratitude exercise. And so I'm going to get out of the camera frame. I'm going to put up just a generic picture. I'm going to play some music and I'm going to walk you through the exercise. All right? Namaste. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start our gratitude exercise. If your cell phones aren't on silent or turned off, this is a great point to do so because from here on out, you really don't want to be interrupted. We're going to begin with our gratitude exercise. You don't need to change your position. It's okay if you're sitting up. If you're laying down, that's fine too. Whichever. This isn't going to be long, not like the meditation. So just make sure you're comfortable. Go ahead and close your eyes. And just take 1 or 2 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, I want you to release all stress, not thinking about anything. And I want you to choose one person in your current space, in your life, right now at this minute, who you are grateful for. And you can either say out loud or to yourself, I am grateful for so-and-so. And then I want you to take a minute, to say thank you to them and thank them for whatever it is that you're grateful for. So take that minute, please. Now I want you to choose one person who is alive but is no longer in your life, but yet they made an impact, made you who you are today. And I want you to either say out loud or to yourself, I am grateful for, and then their name, or you can identify them if you don't know their name, and take a moment to thank them for whatever it is they did for you and however it is that they impacted your life. Go ahead and take that minute. Okay, now I want you to choose one person who has passed away that made an impact on your life. If it weren't for them, you would not be who you are today. Say to yourself, I am grateful for, and then their name, and take a moment to thank them. Go ahead. All right, now I want you to take a nice, deep, deep breath in and fill up your heart space with beautiful green light. Breathe in that green light, breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in, and hold it for a second and feel it radiate all throughout your body. Now exhale out real strong and exhale that green light out from your heart space and out into your aura, filling your aura with nothing but love. We always want to come from our heart space in everything that we do. Okay, you can go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes, open your eyes. And now we're going to start working on our manifestation. Super new moon in Pisces tarot reading. All right, so our super new moon in Pisces is all about new beginnings and growing light, and it's about dreams and manifestation. So I'm going to draw 6 cards with 6 specific questions pertaining to this moon cycle. All right. And now, one thing you need to remember, this is a general reading because I am reading off the energy of a bunch of people. So therefore, something may or may not manifest with you. If it does manifest with you, that's excellent. Place your hand on your heart. When it does, take a deep breath in, claim it for yourself. If it doesn't resonate, that happens sometimes, especially with general readings. Okay, so don't freak out if it doesn't. Okay, so let me use my Reiki wand. Get some good energy in there, and I'm going to pull 6 cards. I'm going to put my wand there in the middle. Okay, that's going to roll around. Okay, and you can't see very well. Okay, let me move these over. See, it looks good from where I'm sitting, but then on camera. Okay, hold on, I'm crooked. Sorry, you can kind of see my laptop over there. Okay. Now, the first question we're going to ask is, where am I at right now, at this moment in time, at the beginning of this lunation cycle? And for that, we got the Queen of Cups. That's an actually really good card because Cups has to deal with emotions, and the moon is all about emotions. And the Queen of Cups is about that she's a very sensitive person. She's very emotional, but she doesn't necessarily let everybody know what's going on emotionally. She kind of will bottle up things and really doesn't let people know that they're bothering, or you, I should say. You don't let people know that things bother you as much as they do. So I think you're in a space right now where, you are keeping some things to yourself, and it just it may or may not be because you don't necessarily trust people. But I think that you're just in that space where, you're aware of your feelings and you are very sensitive to your feelings. And that can put you in a space of vulnerability. So I think that that's where we're at right now, is that, you know what you want, and you just feel maybe a little bit vulnerable putting yourself out there. And that's okay. That happens. And that's all of us, especially when it's something you want, and, nobody wants to fail, or nobody wants to go for something and like I said, fail or come in second place or whatever. So, that's okay. And that's something you can work on again through through meditating and working on your heart space, your heart chakra, and really focusing on, and then your third chakra as well, to be able to communicate feelings and not let things bother you quite so much. All right, so what is influencing you right now during this lunation cycle? And we got the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is about that daily grind, maybe doing the same thing over and over again. So I think maybe what's influencing you is that maybe you're feeling a little stuck in your life right now, or a little stuck maybe in your career or a relationship or what have you. And you're realizing, you know what, there's got to be something more to this. And that is influencing you to say, you know what, it's time to go for it, and really time to make things happen for myself, because you're the only one that's going to make things happen for yourself. And you've got to take that first step. And if you just stay and you just go through that humdrum of every day and just accept things as they are, you know what, you could be missing out on some great opportunities. And it's almost like this guy working in the picture. He's doing these same things over and over and over again. And you know what? Maybe he's a lot smarter, or he's more capable of doing a different part of the process, or maybe into supervising or something. But just know that that's what's influencing you, is that within you. And again, that does play over here with our emotions. You know that there's something better for you. And that's a good thing to know. All right, the third card we're going to draw is, what have I released since the last full moon? Okay. And you got the Seven of Wands. And that's really good. This is saying that, you've taken the high road, that, maybe you've had some doubters or some people that have been maybe trying to bring you down. And since the last full moon, you know what? You're releasing worrying about what they think. And you're releasing worrying about them saying, well, why are you doing this? Or why are you making these choices? And that's good, because you know what? These people that are down here that are judging you, they're not walking in your shoes. They're not the one living your life. They don't know what's in your heart and what is best for you. And sometimes a lot of people are critics because they're jealous. They're jealous that you're trying new things or that you're more capable. But regardless, you've taken that higher road and you've released that drama from your life, because that's what this card is. This card is nothing but drama. And you've released that. You've said, nope, not happening. I'm not doing it. And that's fantastic, because when we don't let other people bring us down, it puts us in a better space. And whether it's people creating drama or sucking us into their own drama, but I think this is more about people judging you and criticizing you and trying to bring you down to their level. And, in the past, you may have gone down to their level or let it affect you. But you, like I said, you're going, nope, no more. Nope, not doing it. So that's a great attitude to have, and keep that up. That was really, really good. All right, so now we want to ask, what seeds am I ready to plant? So, we're trying to manifest. So what are we going to plant to make this grow? And we got the Two of Wands. Fantastic card. Fantastic for this question. Because the Two of Wands is about saying that you have a choice. Number two, duality. And the choice is you're either staying where you're at, which staying in the place that you're at, you're comfortable, you know what to expect, you know what obstacles there are, but you're ready to move forward because you're realizing that there's a whole world out there ahead of you. And while, yes, change is scary and the unknown can be scary, the unknown can also be a wonderful thing. And if you don't try, if you don't plant those seeds, you'll never know if they grow. So you're definitely ready to take that step in the right direction. You're really ready to move forward into that new space. So whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, this is the time. The universe is saying yes. Take the chance. You guys got a really good reading so far. I'm kind of jealous. I can't wait to do mine. Okay. How can I help my intentions grow? All right. So what we talked about, we said that, you have to do some of the work, and you got the Eight of Cups. And again, oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. Phenomenal. So how can I help my intentions grow? You can help your intentions grow by walking away from things that aren't serving you well, letting the past go. When we hold on to things that woulda, coulda, shoulda, those things bring us down because it puts us in a space of thinking about that, well, how would things be different? And we can't go back and change the past. So why do we dwell on it? And yeah, that's part of human nature. We do question ourselves sometimes. But in order to make this current manifestation cycle work, you need to stop looking back and keep looking forward. Because like we said over here, he's not looking in his current space. He's looking out to the unknown. And this card on top of it is saying yes, yes. It's clarifying that, in order to, to plant the seed, you've got to decide, okay, yes, I'm going to plant the seed and I'm going to move forward and see what happens. But at the same time, you can't sit there and go, well, last year, if I would have done this last year, I would have already been here by this point this year. You can't do that, okay? That's not helping you. That's not helping anybody. So, if you start to feel frustrated during this manifestation cycle, stop thinking about the past. Okay? You need to worry about the here and the now, because the past is done and it's not going to serve you any good, and it's not going to serve what you really, really want any good, and it's not going to help you make your dreams come true. And then finally, what can I rely on during this cycle? All right. We always need something to rely on. And you can rely on the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords, and I had mentioned that. Oh, we had a 2 here. We had 2 8s and 2 2s. That's really fantastic. Good synchronicities. The Two of Swords is about duality, in choice. And it's saying what you can rely on is yourself. You may think that you don't have choices, or you may think that, you have a decision to make and it needs to be A or B, and you have no idea. But if you take off this blindfold, you'll be able to see. And by seeing, what the choice is within you. And the moon back here, that's all about new beginnings. This is a beautiful card saying that during this cycle, rely on yourself. If you feel that you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know which path to take, meditate. Meditate on it, because the answers are within you. Okay, so just don't forget that is very important. Don't hold yourself back. The answers are within you. That's a really great reading for this cycle. All right, so I hope that gave a little bit of perspective on some things. And like I said, overall it was a really good reading. Nothing really negative. Keep doing the work. Do what you need to do to manifest your dreams, and always do what you got to do to live your best life to serve your highest good. If you've printed out the manifestation worksheet, go ahead and pull that out this time. Make sure you have a pen. If for some reason you're not able to print that out, whether it's technical difficulties or you just don't have a printer, that's okay. You can go ahead and just get some blank sheet of paper and a pen. I'll give you guys a minute to go ahead and grab that. And I love this music in the background. It's called Lunar Energy. All right, so for those of you that don't have the sheet pre-printed, the first thing you're going to address, so your first title, you can call it number 1 or what have you, is my current biggest intention is. All right, and then just stop there. Now, I'm going to give you guys, a second to work on this. I want you to really think about it. And when you think of what you're trying to manifest, I want you to be specific. Now, don't make it 5 paragraphs long. It's almost like a mission statement. So you just don't want to say, and me personally, I'm not a person that likes to manifest for money. I don't like it. It just doesn't feel right to me. So, but let's say you say, well, my current biggest goal is to make a lot of money. Okay, well, there's all kinds of different ways you can make money. So maybe the intention you're going to set is my current biggest intention is to get a promotion at work. As you see kind of the difference, it's more specific. I mean, you could get a lot of money by an inheritance, or, knock on wood, a car accident, and, a legal battle or something like that. So we want to make it very, very specific. So again, remember, this is Pisces, big dreams, things maybe you don't think that never come true. But remember, we're capable of making anything we want to come true. So go ahead. I'm going to give you a few minutes, and I'm going to let this lunar energy play in the background as we write down what our biggest, most craziest, audacious goal, wish, or intention is. Okay? All right, I hope that all worked well for you. Had enough time. It's really hard to gauge the time, so I'm trying to give about 3 minutes to work on this, maybe a little more in between. It just kind of depends. Again, this is pre-recorded, so if you need more time, go ahead and stop this now and don't move on until you get that finished. If you are finished, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So for those of you who need to write down what number 2 is, it says, now turn into affirmation. Write it here as if it's already happened and keep repeating it until the full moon. Okay, so you can write down turn into affirmation, right here as if true, repeat until full moon. I'll give you guys a second to write that down, and if you need to pause or rewind it, go ahead. All right, so what we're doing in this section, now that we have what we want to manifest, an affirmation is a statement that we use to manifest. An affirmation is said and written as if it's already happened, if it's already true. So for example, you would say that's using the promotion. I received a big promotion at work. So that would be what you would say. So think of how you want to word it. Again, don't make it super long, because one of the things we're going to do, and as it shows on the paper, is that we're going to repeat this every single day until the full moon. So that's a couple weeks away. So I'm going to give you about 3 minutes. Again, if you need to, scratch things out or pause it and you need to take more time, go ahead and do so. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to go ahead and write out your affirmation statement. Remember, write it as it's already happened. Write it like it's true right now at this minute in time. Okay, if you don't have paper, this is the next 3 things you're going to write down. Number 1, okay, first it's going to say, action steps I'm going to take towards my goal. And then you're going to write number 1, in the next 24 hours, number 2, in the coming week, and number 3, in the month ahead. Now, if you need to pause to write all that or rewind it to hear that, that's fine. So what we're going to do now is, remember I said that in order for us to truly manifest so that the universe will do its part, we have to do our part. So number 1 is, in the next 24 hours, what are you going to do to manifest this? So again, in the example of the person trying to manifest getting a promotion at work, maybe I would write, I'm going to HR to see any job openings, or maybe there's some job openings that are within the company, so maybe I'm going to apply to the supervisor position. Then you're going to write, in the coming week,
and then whatever it is. Then maybe it's or maybe it's reversed. Maybe the first one in my example, it's okay if you know, have to scratch one thing out. That's why I'm giving you time to work on this. In that case, I would say in the next 24 hours, I'm going to get my resume polished up. Then in the coming week, I'm going to apply for the management position. Okay. So like I said, you know, it doesn't need to be perfect. Go ahead. That's why you got the time. You have the capability to pause this, rewind it. But you just want to make sure by the end of this event that we have all of this done. And actually before we do the grid and candle, because all of that is going to help set our intention. So again, I'm going to give you a couple minutes. Oh, and then in the month ahead, you know, what you could do. All right, so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna give you again about 3 minutes to go ahead and work on this and take your time, really think things through, and then we'll go from there. For anyone who hasn't printed out the sheet, now you're going to write down, I commit to this goal wholeheartedly. I commit to this goal wholeheartedly. Then, and this is now for everybody, I want you to sign your name and then put today's date. So take a few seconds to do that. So what we have done here, yes, we have set our intention. The intention we are going to say every single day. So that is that second line item, the thing that already is true. You're going to say that every single day. It doesn't matter when. My own preference is first thing in the morning. But you're going to say this every day until the full moon, and the full moon next month is in my little calendar here. Full moon in Virgo, I think it's like the 7th. What did this be? Yes, March 7th. So that's only for a couple weeks. So you're going to say this every single day. Now, it's up to you. Like I said, you're going to keep this piece of paper, okay, because you've now made a contract with yourself. So what we have done is we have taken thought, an abstract thought, and put it in physical form. And you've made a contract with yourself. So this piece of paper, I want you to keep with you, whether in your purse or your wallet. And if you feel that you're not working towards your goal, take this out, and I want you to look at it. But once a day, you really need to make sure that you say that affirmation. And again, it doesn't matter if it's first thing in the morning or not. You can even just say it when you're driving to work, or when you're one of the great ways of saying it is when you're getting ready in the morning and you're looking yourself in the mirror. I'm trying this for myself because I didn't think of this before. Look at yourself in the mirror and repeat your affirmation. I mean, you've made a contract with yourself, and now you're verbally telling yourself, looking yourself in your eyes, the gateway to your soul, and you are telling yourself that, I got a big promotion at work, or whatever it is. Now, real quick, at the end, the day before the full moon, go ahead and, or either that evening or the morning of the full moon, so either the evening of the 6th or the morning of the 7th, March 7th, you can either burn this piece of paper, you can shred it, you could bury it. I wouldn't just throw it away, because by burying it, it's going to deteriorate, and it's going to, be absorbed by earth. By burning it, it creates ash, and then also the smoke, it's using the element of air. And by shredding it, when you shred it, I don't want you to throw it in the trash. Again, I would rather see you shred it and burn it. You could shred it and flush it, but I don't think I would want that in my septic system. But I burn it. If you burn it, just make sure to use common sense. Burn it in a fire-safe container. Use safety protocols. Don't burn your house down or yourself down or hurt anybody. And so there is our affirmation and our manifestation. All right. So now since we have it in form, you've made the contract with yourself. You're going to start doing the work. Now here is where I'm going to pause this video. I am going to start to channel Reiki energy, and then I will use that Reiki energy from here through the end of this event. I will be using Reiki in the candle ceremony, as well as the crystal grid ceremony and the final meditation. So you will be receiving during the meditation Reiki this whole time, but I will be sending Reiki to the grid and to the candle. The candle will continue to burn until it burns no more, and then at that point, I put it in a fire pit and I burn it, and it's totally dissolved. The crystal grid will stay until the morning of the full moon, and um, and then at that point I will take the grid down. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. So you will see me here in just a second. All right, we are going to go ahead and start our candle ceremony now. Now, before the event, I went ahead and I don't want to touch it too much. I've already sent Reiki energy to the candles. The white candle is the main candle. Normally, we would use yellow for manifestation, but you can use white candles in lieu of a color if you don't have the yellow. And could not find a small yellow candle that was unscented. Anyway, so we're going to use the white. So it's already been consecrated. I carved into, you could see some of the carvings there. I carved into the candle today's date for the full moon or the new moon. And then I wrote Pisces. I wrote new moon in Pisces on it. So that's been put into the candle. And I don't want you to close your eyes for this. This part you will keep your eyes closed. So I'm going to light the tea lights first. And the tea lights are more decorative. It's the main candle. That's the one that's going to be burning for several days. As the new moon transitions into the next phase. Okay, so we have those lit. Now, I want you to make sure you have your affirmation paper handy because you're going to repeat your affirmation out loud during this. All right, so go ahead and get that really quickly. All right, so I'm now going to start sending Reiki energy distance Reiki energy to all of you. Beloved universe, we ask that through the energy of this new moon in Pisces, that you allow us to manifest our dreams. Please say your affirmation at this time. Now focus on the flame of the candle. Now take a moment to say thank you to the universe for supporting you. All right, so this candle will continue to burn. And that's a really nice flame. It's really big when candle flames are... Now, normally dancing does mean different things, but my heating just turned on, so that's why it's flickering a bit. But the flame itself is really tall and thick, and that's really good. That means that there's a lot of energy. So all that energy is being drawn to the candle and sent out to the universe for your manifestation to come true. Now we're going to go ahead and do our crystal grid. And just to show you on my area, the candle is up there being continuously burned. All right.
Now this is Dragon's Blood Sage. This really promotes a lot of good energy. It's basically white sage that has been dyed red from the plant from, I forget the name of the tree. So it's not like real dragon's blood or real blood or anything. All right. All right. So I'm going to get just a little more smoke. Smoke is just a great tool for clearing and cleaning. All right. So in our crystal grid in the center, we're going to be putting labradorite. Labradorite is a crystal for both Pisces and the moon. It's wonderful for all 7 chakras. It helps with creativity, protection. It reminds us to view ourselves and others in the right light and to see how we truly, truly shine. So it's because of that, especially with the 7 chakras, that this is going to be our main in the center of our grid. So I'm just cleaning this, and there we go. Let's move this out of the way so you can see the grid. Next, we are going to use quartz. And quartz is also a stone of the Pisces and the moon. The wonderful thing about quartz is also an amplifier, energy amplifier. So it's going to amplify the energy of these crystals as well. It works with all 7 chakras plus our soul star chakra, which is above our head. And then which connects us to source or the universe. And then the earth star chakra runs below our feet and helps us connect even deeper with Gaia. Clear quartz is also great for manifestation. Okay. I also have some selenite. I like selenite selenite is also, I showed you my necklace, but selenite is also a great stone of the moon. But selenite also charges and cleans crystals. So it will help to keep this grid, the crystals, cleaned so that they continue to provide the energy that we are setting in this grid. So they're going to go there. All right, the next set of crystals I wanted to utilize are peach moonstone. And peach moonstone, excuse me, is obviously a stone that deals with the moon. It works our chakras from our solar plexus all the way up to the crown. It helps with motivation. It helps with opportunities, abundance, and action. So all those things are vital in manifestation. So we're going to run it through the smoke. And people always just assume that you need a ton of smoke when working with, when cleaning crystals, but that is not so. Okay. Now we have, some orange kyanite. I just lost a little piece, some little slivers. Orange kyanite, again, it's a great stone that doesn't really need to be cleansed, so we don't need to run that through the smoke. It works for our lower chakras, which are our root, sacral, and solar plexus. Orange kyanite brings about opportunity, inspiration, new beginnings, sense of purpose, prosperity, and abundance. So all fantastic crystals to use in manifesting. And we're going to put that one there. So there is our grid. Try to give you a little better view of it. So our grid is set up. And as I said, I've already sent Reiki. Now what I have to do is activate the grid. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a moment, and if you already know that intention, go ahead and close your eyes and say it. If you don't have it memorized, just read from your paper. You can do it out loud or to yourself, and keep saying that until I say we're finished. So, just take your time, repeat it, and I'm going to activate the crystals, the grid. I'm using my Reiki wand, which does have a quartz on it, which is a great activator. Okay, say your last time. And then I'm going to send Reiki one last time to the grid. Beloved universe, we ask that through the energy of this new moon in Pisces, that you allow us to manifest our dreams, our affirmations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. All right, so our grid is set up. I'm going to be moving the grid. I got to move my pen up here. But I'm going to be moving the grid into that space on my shelf, and that grid will stay there until the morning of the full moon. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a minute to reflect on the grid. Maybe close your eyes, or you can even just stare at the pretty crystals and just breathing naturally, thinking of your manifestation, your affirmation in your head, the plan of action. We've called on the universe. We're utilizing Reiki energy. We're utilizing crystal energy. We're utilizing energy from candles, all to manifest our dreams. All right. That looks great. This meditation is designed to help you be a deliberate and conscious co-creator, manifesting whatever you want. So whatever it is that you are hoping to manifest during this super new moon in Pisces, bring that to mind with you during this meditation. Go ahead and get into a nice comfortable position. You could be seated or lying down. Go ahead and get yourself some cushions, some pillows, blankets, whatever you need. I want you to get nice and comfortable. I'll give you a few moments. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and close your eyes. Start breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice and easy. In and out. Take a moment to tune into your breath, noticing how it feels and any sensations your breath creates. Now feel the points of contact between you and the surface which you are on. Feel how it really supports every fiber of your being. Feel the clothes on your skin, the blankets on your skin. Feel it at the cellular level.
is present with you right now. If at any moment you get monkey mind or pop thoughts into your head, I want you to imagine that thought is in a bubble or a cloud, and take a deep breath in and blow it out of your head. You don't have to deal with any thoughts right now. Just the present time. Let your belly and chest expand on every inhale and contract on every exhale. As you focus on the space in the middle of your chest, your heart chakra, your heart space. Tune into this space and imagine that this is all there is. Imagine your heart chakra glowing with beautiful, vibrant green light, filled with love and compassion. If any emotions come up to you during the meditation, just return your awareness to your heart chakra, centering into it, feeling how abundant and connected it is to all. Feeling a vastness of great, powerful energy. Focusing on that heart chakra, you are your own source of abundance. You are your own source of love. Anything you want, all there is in this moment is you, and your awareness in your heart chakra. You begin to feel your vibration rising as you stay connected to this beautiful energy center. And you affirm to yourself, I am love. The loving energy that creates all, that has not only created you, but it's also within you. Affirm to yourself, I am a powerful creator. Before we focus on that which you desire to manifest, bring to mind one thing that you wanted in your life that you now have. Tune into how good it feels to have that in your life. And say thank you out loud or to yourself. This is a powerful energy to begin. Relax into this feeling of knowing that you can have what you want. You've already done it many, many times. Feel deep gratitude for this. And as you do, you may now bring to mind that which you desire, that which you manifest during this super new moon in Pisces. Think of that affirmation. will feel once this manifests into your life. Tune into that feeling in your body. I want you to focus on feeling as though you already have it. With the utmost conviction and believing it with every fiber of your being, I want you to say your affirmation out loud or to yourself. That same feeling that you just demonstrated of being grateful for already having what you wanted before and receiving it. Allow yourself to feel grateful for having your current manifestation. Feel that gratitude. Focus on having it. Because you trust the universe. Say, I trust the universe. You know that you are an energetic soul, and that for what you desire, you trust the universe will unfold it with perfect timing. And you wouldn't want it a second sooner than you're meant to have it. It is now unfolding perfectly. Imagine it unfolding perfectly. Relax into knowing this with a sense of infinite patience and trust, and a deep gratitude towards having what you want. At this time, you can either allow your mind to paint pictures of it, or just simply focus on the feeling of already having it. Whatever comes most naturally to you and feels best. Either way, really tune into feeling grateful for your manifestation, for your desire. I will now give you time to focus on having your manifestation come true. Thank yourself. Thank the universe. Thank everything and everyone that is involved in bringing this desire to you in perfect time. Trust and know it's all happening for you in your highest, most loving way. It's either this desire or something better will take this feeling with you as you slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the world around you. Go ahead and wiggle your toes and your fingers. Slowly open and close your eyes several times. Open your eyes.
All right, everybody. So I just wanted to say I hope that you really got a lot out of this. And don't forget to say your affirmation every single day. Say it like you mean it, say it like it already happened. And as I said, the candle will continue to burn until it, runs out of wax. And then whatever's left, I will throw in my burn barrel and that gets burned. And the crystal grid will be kept up until the morning of the 7th of March, which is the full moon. So that energy will be continuing to work in assisting you and supporting you in your manifestation. So, again, thank you so much for joining me. Um, I hope that you got a lot out of this. As I said, I hope you enjoyed it and it was beneficial for you. And I plan on doing these from here on out, especially on the full and the new moon. So I hope to see you on the 7th for the new moon or the full moon event. It's been a long evening and I'm thirsty and I'm hungry. So, anyway, with that being said, again, thank you so much. And um, thank you for allowing me to help you in your journey. And good luck with your manifestation. Do the work. Don't forget. All right. Namaste. Good night.